walks in like a thunderstorm, cracks the sky her own reform. No need for sorry, no need for shame. She's got fire running through her veins, yeah. Every step a battle cry. Oh, watch her rise, watch her fly. She's bold, she's beautiful. Into bright bloom. Her words cut like a silver blade. She's a legend in the making trade. Yeah, doubt can't chain her wings of steel. Truth is. Good morning and happy Friday. How are you guys doing? I know. I'm going to try to get through this without just... Good morning. Welcome to the Beauty of Aging, our Friday morning coffee chats with me, Angel. Good morning, I'm Angel, and I'm the founder of Maison 276, and we gather here on most Friday mornings at 10 o'clock Eastern for our community chit chat. We talk about a lot of different topics: silver hair care, beauty, lifestyle, wellness, but they're all issues that are important to you, the woman over 50, and any woman, in fact, who is unapologetically growing bolder. Today I am just here to celebrate and say how grateful I am for this amazing community, because we reached 75,000 subscribers. And I could not do it without you. Good morning, All About Food. You've been MIA. That's quite all right. I've been MIA on and off for a couple of Fridays, mostly travel. Last weekend, we did a little quick 3-hour getaway to San Antonio. It's only 3 hours from Houston, but it feels like it's much further away, and just completely disconnected. I experimented with my vacation here. I figured if I can manage it for a weekend, see how it holds up, then that might be my long vacation here. So we'll talk about that later. But I just really, thank you so much. Thank you. But truly wanted to say how grateful I am for this amazing community that we have. Good morning. I am great. Hi. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Good morning over on Instagram. So, guys, I thank you so much. And we put my greeting. Happy Friday. And so I just want you guys to know, when I started this channel, it was really a way for me to scale answering customer questions about the Maison 276 3-step system. So if you're new to this channel, Maison 276 is an innovative, award-winning system to take care of silver and gray hair of all hair types and textures. It's the first category innovation in over 40 years. Last year, we launched nationwide in Walmart, and our successful launch is in no small part to your support. Um, but when I first started this brand, I was answering customer emails all the time. And as the brand grew, the number of emails that I got really increased. And it got to a point where I could literally spend all day just answering customer emails or DMs and social media, people who had very specific questions about how to take care of their silver and gray hair. And so that became unsustainable. And YouTube, I thought, was a way for me to scale that because a lot of it was the same types of questions. There are some common challenges that happen when our hair stops producing melanin, which is why it turns silver or gray. And so it was really just intended to be an extension of the customer service emails, just a way to give the community information, to give you resources on how to love and take care of your hair. Because I always say silver hair is not difficult, it's just different. And this interesting thing that I didn't expect happened. I knew people would want the information, but then people would ask me about my makeup, and then they would ask me about skincare, and then fashion. And so, what started as a way to provide information on how to take care of your hair really morphed into this amazing community of now over 75,000 women. And it is a place we gather and talk about a lot of different things, but they're all issues that are important to you. And so I am just truly grateful and just wanted to give a little backstory. There are those of you who have been with me since day one, Sister Girl Chronicles, who's one of our first brand ambassadors, Shauna, who I think jumped on the very first time that I did a live stream. And I was so nervous. And in fact, y'all, I am always nervous, a little bit nervous every time I turn the camera on. But I just love the fact that this platform, and I always say that, exists and is for you. It is for the community. I just provide the platform to give you the information. And that's why I always ask, what do you guys want to talk about? What do you want me to share? What topics do you want me to do a deep dive on? So greatly appreciative. So thank you guys so much. I'm glad you guys love the Bantu knots. There is a tutorial coming, but I had to figure out how to do it. I didn't want to do the tutorial and be figuring it out in real time, but I actually filmed the tutorial yesterday. So these are fresh, and they actually lasted a week. They would have lasted longer, but I realized I needed to do the tutorial, so I took it down and redid it. So I'm glad you guys like it. Glad you guys like it. So I want to know, like, how did you first find the Beauty of Aging channel on YouTube? I want to know. How did you find the Beauty of Aging on YouTube? Thank you, Shauna. Shauna says the coffee chats are always awesome. I tell you, Shauna, I think I get more out of it than y'all. I really do. So many times, and I often say this, and it's something that entrepreneurs talk about amongst themselves often, but not with other people, is that you spend a lot of time in solitude. Like, most of my time is spent here in this office with no makeup on, with my hair in a ponytail, unless I have my new Bantu knots in. And that's how most of the work is done. And so I love the opportunity to get out, and having these coffee chats with you guys is my getting out and touching the community and talking to y'all about what you really need, what you really want, what your challenges are on any lifestyle, wellness, or beauty issue, and how I can, if not personally, provide that information to you, do research and bring other people to you, which we'll be doing a lot more of starting in the fall. It showed up in your feed. I love that. All about food. That means sometimes the algorithm will help us find each other. Well, I know Sister Girl Chronicles was a brand ambassador and Maison 276 customer. Carrie over on uh, um, Instagram, also a friend, a Maison 276 brand ambassador, and a customer. She found it by doing a search for over 50 beauty tips. Okay. And one of the reasons, okay, y'all hear that? That's what live streaming is all about. Normally, the guys cut the grass later in the afternoon or on Thursday morning, but they are here now. So I need y'all to let me know, can you hear me? And do I need to speak louder? Hey, Tony, good morning. Tony, where did I find these earrings? So these earrings are from a brand called Cerise D. It's a mother-daughter brand out of Atlanta. They specialize in Divine Nine jewelry. However, they also have a very, very large collection of just unique statement pieces. And one of the things I'm trying to do is get a little bit bolder with my jewelry. And I'm starting with earrings. So thank you very much. I bought these when I visited. They have a big deal every December at Atlanta. And so I met the owners at a conference and flew down and just spent some time with them. Anyway, I will have the link to their website in the show notes. A lot of their pieces are one of a kind. So thank you very much. I like these too. I have a thing for hearts and pearls. So this was a combination of both. Oh, Tony said you can hear me. Thank you, Sister Girl Chronicles. Tony said she found me on QVC. So yes, that was our break in no unequivocal terms. And how I got on QVC, I was the one of the winners of I don't even know if they do this anymore. Anyway, I was one of the winners of their global search for new and innovative beauty brands, and it was called the Big Find. And it's very much like Shark Tank. They had first you send your application in, and if you have video, you send video in, and then they have these. If you make that first cut, they have these live interviews, live pitches in 5 places across the country. We did the pitch in New York. I was spending a lot of time in New York there at the time, and it's very much like Shark Tank, except everybody's really nice. So there were other brand founders in the room. There were hosts that do the shows, and like I said, other beauty founders, and then QVC executives. And we did basically like a 5-minute pitch, and we won. We got the big ticket, and I actually have that framed in my office, so I see it every morning when I walk in. But that was we pitched in August, and we went on the air in February of 2020. So that's how long the process was. It was incredible. I used to say that was the hardest thing I ever did before launching into Walmart. Everything is the hardest thing, right? But that was an incredible opportunity that I will forever be grateful for. QVC is definitely built for discovery, and so thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tony. Good morning, Lemon Cookies. Good morning. Thank you for coming back. I remember you joining us a couple of Fridays ago. You saw Deborah saw me on QVC too. Okay, still a lot of Q. Thank you, thank you. A lot of QVCers. Thank you very much. That actually, that preparation, um, and then going to trade shows. Those were the things that helped me just like talk about the product on the fly, and a lot of the training, because they do train you on QVC, and everybody doesn't get to get on air. Like, there is a lot of testing. You go to the campus in Pennsylvania. It's kind of right between Philly and New New York. I think it's Westchester. I should remember that because I've been to that campus so many times. But yeah, they don't just throw you out there and give you a mic. No, no, there's a lot of training, a lot of test program, like you do what you would normally do on TV. They record it, and then the producers and the show hosts, they grade you and they tell you what you're good at, what you need to do a better job at, how to look at the cameras. So honestly, a lot of that training that I did for QVC, I kind of filed that away. And even though I was very, very nervous about starting the YouTube channel, I don't know why, because I'm not shy, and I love talking to women about how to manage, how to take care of their hair, how to love their silver hair. I'm not sure why I was so nervous about the YouTube channel. But anywho, but a lot of that was very, very informative for starting the channel and understanding how to talk to the camera so that viewers feel like you're connecting to them. So thank you. I'm glad so many of y'all hung around, y'all hung in there with me. So if you saw me on QVC, you have seen Maison 276 through some mountaintop moments. That was definitely a mountain moment, but also some valley moments, and you're still here. And so I am truly grateful. The valley moments, after the pandemic and having supply chain issues and running out of inventory for months at a time, like that was a difficult time for the brand and for me as a founder. So I am so grateful that y'all are still here. Nobody ever mentions it anymore. I think one time I was at an event and someone was like, well, what happened? And now that it's all over, I could talk about it, but so truly grateful. So thank you. And thank you for confirming that you can still hear me over the grass. I appreciate that. So as we, think about continuing the channel and growing it, like what is it? What do you enjoy most about our community? From the coffee chats to the vlogs to the content. That's my next question for you. I know y'all didn't know y'all were going to come and be quizzed today, but I think one of the reasons why the community has grown and has been successful to this point is because I really always want to know, what do you need? What do you want? So it helps me to know like what you most enjoy. Oops. Okay. You're right, Shauna. Everything is preparation for the next level, even the hard stuff. Lemon Cookie says she loves the videos. The last time I mentioned doing Bantu knots. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Sister Girl Chronicle says she loves the camaraderie and that our conversations are always informative and sometimes spontaneous. Absolutely. And I love that too, because in all transparency, sometimes I am wringing my hands about like, Okay, what are we going to talk about? But I just love the fact that sometimes, even when I don't have a specific topic, that you guys will just come in with someone will come in with a question or a comment, and it will take the community and the conversation in a way that I didn't even envision, like, and so I really love that spontaneity of it as well, Sister Girl Chronicles. So thank you for mentioning that, and that kind of lets me know, like, that's okay, it's okay, we can still do that, and it doesn't mean that there's no structure, because I don't want to say I'm OCD, but I do like having a roadmap of where we want to go. And if we detour, that's great, because that means that's what you want to do. But I never want to just turn the camera on and not have some sense of how to draw people in, because I always have to remember that every week there's someone new, and I have to remember to remind myself to introduce who I am, because y'all know that been some Fridays I'll dive in and we'll just start talking, and 15 minutes in I'm just like, hey, I forgot to introduce myself. This is who I am. Shauna says she enjoys the authenticity. How I am on screen is how I am in person. Well, thank you. And that's true. This is me. That's very true. You see me in the airport or some random place. That doesn't happen often, but it does happen from time to time, and I am still always startled, and because I just forget about the reach of social media. And I'm not a founder that's on social, well, I kind of think of YouTube one way, and then social media like Instagram, TikTok. I'm not really on those platforms very much. I do need to get better at it, and determine how to bring long form content into those short 15, 30-second snippets, right? I know that that's always been the challenge for me. And that's why YouTube it is me, because I have the time to just like be myself, let my personality show through. Whereas on Instagram, I think, and like TikTok, I feel rushed, and I don't know how to provide you value in those short snippets. And there are people who do it, and they do it masterfully. And so, my struggle is, do I stay where just look, I'm a YouTube person and it is what it is, or do I continue to push myself to be uncomfortable in other platforms? Because I was uncomfortable here for a while. So, and on top of, running the business as well. So, thank you for sharing that. And this is great. All about food. She loves the insight from different people and perspectives. Oh, and my fashion style. Thank you. I am growing, being a, so in all transparency, all about food, being a public facing founder has really pushed me out to create a whole new, really fashion sense. By nature, in my other life in healthcare, I was very, very conservative. Like my whole wardrobe was just J. Crew pencil skirts and button down uh, shirts. Like that was my uniform. It was easy. I didn't have to think about it in the morning on top of everything else, long commute. And when I had kids home, like the uniform was easy, simple. Pencil skirt, a suit, or pencil skirt, button down shirt. That was it. Some stilettos, bam, boom, I'm out of here. And I realized that was not going to work in this new life that I had. So I'm really grateful. I have friends who really helped me. One friend that's kind of become my stylist and helped me wear color and experiment with jewelry. And so I have grown as you what you see on YouTube from a fashion perspective is my personal growth as it relates to my wardrobe. And I'm still leaning into color. When I went to, so I uploaded a vlog early this week. It was like 2 weeks old for when I went to New York and I went to the Knicks championship parade. If y'all haven't seen it, it's a short video, just me hanging out in New York with my daughter. And then there's a surprise bonus at the end. But I went shopping and I really didn't buy anything because because I'm learning to be more intentional. And I could have bought a lot of stuff that looked like stuff I already had in my closet, but I didn't. And I was very proud of myself for that. I said, I want more color, and there was not anything that really jumped out at me, so I left it there. So you are seeing it in real time. Oh my gosh, y'all. My college roommate is on the feed. So we've been roommates. We still call each other roomie. Since I was a freshman in so I was a freshman fall 77. God, I really got to think about it, y'all. And I didn't like my roommate. She didn't like her roommate. So we became roommates in the spring of 78. And we have been joined at the hip since then. But she is not on social media. So when I saw that, I was like, wait, Melanie is on social media. That's love, y'all. That is love. She reads all of my emails. She reads all the things. She's a silverista like me. But she's on social media now. So Mel, I love you since fall 77. That is, oh my gosh. That made my day, y'all. That made my day to see. I love all y'all, but that made my day to see her in the feed. Okay. That made my day. I know that made my day. Let's see. I'm glad you do the live streams. I don't have TikTok or Instagram. Well, the live stream is currently on. Like you can see it on Instagram, and I love the Instagram family that joins us. Oh, hey Tracy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Tracy said, I have great teeth, and my brother and aunt are dentists. So she's like, so I know good teeth when I'm talking about it. Tracy, true facts. After all the kids got their orthodontia, I didn't have horrible teeth, but I knew, as you age, they shift. So once we got the kids through all of that, then I went to the orthodontist, and I was just, it's my turn. This is totally off topic, but I had to address that. And so I got braces. I had the clear ones. I didn't get the metal ones. My daughter was in high school, and so it was time for her to graduate. It was time for my braces to come off, and I went to Dr. Heather Brown here in Houston, the best. And I was like, I cannot go to my daughter's graduation with these braces on. It's time. I was like, it's time. I'll wear the retainer or whatever, but I'm not going to senior banquet with braces. It was time. They came off. But anyway, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. I use Boco. That's the toothpaste that I use. It's a non-fluoride whitening toothpaste. I love it. Very good. So thank you. YouTube only. Thank you, Mel. They are friendships that span decades. They are. And I have, honestly, I feel very blessed because, Shauna, I have friends from college like that I've known, like just like Mel, and they're like they are the sisters from another mother. And we've all seen each other through pretty much everything you could imagine when you meet somebody at 18 and they're now in their 60s. And I love them forever. I love them forever. And Melanie, she knows she's in that group. Um, Sister Girl Chronicles says, if that's my niche and it works, stick with it. Find ways to be more creative. It is hard to juggle because a lot of people think that you can just snip up YouTube and then it becomes okay for other platforms. And sometimes that works and sometimes it's not, because each platform really is different and people gravitate to certain platforms because of the uniqueness of those platforms. So I think if I did maybe only fashion, that might work, just showing out, but that's not why I'm on social media. I'm on social media as a beauty founder who wants to empower you. And so, yeah, there is a way to do that. I have to figure it out. I have to figure it out. But you are right. Like, I may just be putting too much pressure to do all the things on all the platforms. Tony says, you guys have great comments, and I appreciate knowing what you love about the platform. You love how women uplift up each other on the channel. Absolutely. And you reinforce that we are beautiful and remain intelligently stimulating at all periods in our lives. Absolutely. No wisdom goes to waste, no years go to waste. Just grateful for every year we're still here, because real talk, at this stage of life, we have buried some friends. And so the idea of like not embracing aging is just crazy to me. It is just crazy. I love, and that's why the channel's name is The Beauty of Aging, because there is so much beauty in it. And if we can just ignore the noise of the youth focused society and youth obsessed society, I think we can really see more and more the value of who we are and what we bring to every table and every room that we walk into. I think, it's definitely better than it was 20 years ago, but we still have a ways to go. And that is my mission as a founder with a platform, to say you are already enough. And that doesn't mean we don't want to continue improving ourselves. That's why I focus a lot on wellness. I jokingly say, look, I'm trying to keep this body strong for whenever the grandchildren actually come. It's an inside joke with me and a lot of my friends. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate this. Oops, new comments. Let's see. It is crazy. It's a blessing. It is. It is. It is totally crazy. Absolutely. Oh, I totally. The young people aren't even. She said, "My kid." I know. Tracy. I know. I know. I know. I know. I hear you, girl. I hear you. That's all I can say. Okay, I appreciate y'all telling me. So, here's another question I have for y'all. What is something that you wished we discussed more on this platform? Whether it's, and I am working on guest lists, I really am. Whether it's guest, specific topics, just in general, or more of, yeah, more or something. Okay, let me rephrase that. Something you would like to see more of, or something that you haven't seen that you would like or you think would be great for our community. Okay, I got it all out. Okay. What's something you want to see more of, or maybe a new topic we haven't discussed? Because the whole point of the platform is just beauty, lifestyle, wellness. Um, and so, as it continues to morph to meet the needs of the community, I always want to know what you guys want. Like, do you need more hair tutorials? I know, so the Bantu knot tutorial is coming. We also need to do a summer hair care because, especially those of us with the silver hair, as we get into those long days of summer and we get more and more of that sun exposure, we know our hair doesn't like the sun. We like the sun. Our hair doesn't like the sun. So I definitely will have one of those coming up as well. But, sometimes here's the thing. I never want to assume that I know exactly what you guys need. I'm going to make sure we're live over here. Yes, we are. Oh, you guys have gotten quiet. What's some new topics that you'd like to see? Oh, okay. Tracy says, let's talk about dating. I forgot how since divorced. Okay. Okay. Tracy over on YouTube wants to talk about mature dating. I'm writing that down. I cannot speak to that. We recently celebrated our 42nd wedding anniversary. However, I do know two people. Well, they specialize. Yeah, yes, but I do know experts. I guess I would say that help experts who help adults navigate the new dating scene, especially with apps. And I also know two people who met their husbands. Okay, Tracy, see, this is why I asked the community. I personally know two people who met their husbands through dating apps. They're my peers, so they're in their 60s, and um, like I love him like a brother, and she's been a friend since college, so he was more than vetted. The FBI couldn't have done more. By the time we okay, he's the real deal, and we love him to pieces. So you can find love, you can find um, relationships through dating apps, but there is definitely, I'm going to say, probably a strategy to it. So thank you, Tracy. That's good. We can have and we can kind of like break it down, like maybe one time have the experts talk about how to use the apps, and then maybe another time we can have um, you guys ask questions of my friend. I'm going to hit her up as soon as I hang up. She's one of those people that I said is like one of my sisters. See if she would be willing to be our guest one Friday and just talk about her experience. So thank you, Tracy. Thank you. It's still hard being married, just for the record. That part's hard too. Oh, Yolanda said the same. Okay, Yolanda. Yolanda, thank you. Tracy on over on Instagram just dropped that in. So that's clearly a hot topic. Okay, I got y'all. I got y'all. I'm gonna start working on that, and hopefully I can get my girlfriend to come on and talk about her experience. Okay. All right. Shauna says she loves the open format being conversation. It's like talking to your homegirl, and you enjoy the interviews with Black women entrepreneurs as well. It's all representation and inspiration. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Tony wants more menopause wellness. Okay, for women. Okay, we have talked about that. However, what I will do is find a physician who specializes in menopause wellness. And we might not be able to do it live based on what her schedule is, but the recorded, you guys will still enjoy it just as much. Okay. Y'all know I'm analog, old school. You know I'm taking notes. And I do have some vlogs on various things like menopause. I have a vlog with a V and also a blog, the Maison 276 website. There are several articles that I've written on managing menopause, whether it's your body or the specific things that going through perimenopause and menopause, how they affect your hair. So check those out. Good topics, all. What about showing accessories like jewelry, hand, and how about advising on marriage, how you keep it together? um, Yeah, I could definitely talk about that. I mean, the interesting thing is like my husband and I met in college. So clearly we are not the people we were when we were seven. I mean, I was 17 when I went to college. And when I met him, obviously at 66, we are not those same people. And in fact, we've been different people because people change as well as you should. And so definitely. I don't know how, if I have, I don't know if it would be considered the right answer. I can just tell you how we got to this point or how we're still here. So if that is something that you're interested in, I would be happy to have that conversation. Veronica on the Bantu knots. So the key to them being comfortable is to not have them too tight in the first place. And that's why before I did the tutorial, I just kind of did it just to see like, because so the first time I did them, after I finished it felt fine, and then the like 3 or 4 hours later I had a massive headache. You know how if you when you get braids and they're too tight, and that's what it felt like. And I was like, no, that's not what this is supposed to feel like. And so I realized they were too tight. And so now the thing about braids, once they're in, there's nothing you can do. Like you just got to let some of that hair grow out. Your scalp becomes less sensitive, and then your headaches stop. But that's why people have traction loss because braids are too tight. With the Bantu knots, what I found was that if for any that I had too tight, if I just think of a faucet, you're tightening a faucet, untightening. And so I just realized like, oh, I can just unwrap it a little bit and then it's not as tight. And so when I did them yesterday, then I realized, okay, this is what I need to do to make sure that they're not tight, because there's the tightening of it and then there's the wrapping, but you don't have to be super tight to just continue to wrap them. And when you see the tutorial, it should be up Monday. I literally just filmed it yesterday, so I should have edited by, let's just say Tuesday. It should definitely be up by Tuesday. And so you just want to make sure you're monitoring that they don't have to be screaming tight to be secure. Like you shouldn't feel any tension on your scalp. And so for the sleeping part, obviously the size matters. This has a little bit of braid hair because I did want them larger. The ones I do have enough hair to not need braid hair, but they're really tiny knots. And so I wanted them a little bit bigger. But I have it parted down the middle in the back, and that made it comfortable for me. Now, everybody's different. You might just have to experiment depending on how long your hair is. Maybe experiment with just your hair. And then if you want the bigger ones, then next time try it with the braid hair. And this is just very inexpensive braid hair that I bought. So, but yeah, it wasn't, I was concerned about that as well, but I think I just got used to it. I obviously wrap it with a silk scarf at night and it's fine. So you want, okay, excuse me. Okay, all about food. I got you on the jewelry, handbags, watches, and then she switched to the marriage. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Miss Shay. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hair growth. I do want to. That is also a common question issue with women who go into perimenopause and menopause. Hair loss, hair thinning. So definitely want to get some experts come in and talk to us about that. And in fact, I came across two dermatologists on YouTube. I think they're based out of Atlanta, but I am reaching out to them to interview them. And so some of these topics that you guys are mentioning, I may not be able to get the guests live on the Friday mornings, but still do interviews that we can still offer to the community. And that brings me to another topic in that I am in the fall considering moving our coffee chats and the podcast type of content to another channel. So this current channel will still have all the vlogs on the beauty, fashion, lifestyle, the tutorials, but our chit chats and our extended podcasts, the recorded ones, they'll live on another channel. And so when we're ready for that, I need y'all to go over and follow. I know y'all are going to come. Y'all are going to come. It's all going to be the same platform. Nothing's going to change. It'll just be a new channel just for this very specific type of content. Oh, thank you. Good morning. Well, if you're just joining us, welcome to the Beauty of Aging. I'm Angel. These are our Friday morning chit chats. And this morning, we are celebrating our community reaching 75,000 subscribers. I remember a little over a year ago, just literally stressing about getting to the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 viewing hours. And funny thing, at the beginning of the year, I wrote in my journal, I was really frustrated because it felt like the channel had flatlined, like the content wasn't really getting views. I didn't know if I wasn't creating the right kind of content, or if I honestly, I didn't know. I really didn't. And I do use apps that kind of help you with titles and thumbnails, that sort of thing. But I really was just so flustered because I just didn't know what to do. But I just kept creating the content. I kept doing it. And then we just hit another point where the channel growth was increasing, even though the amount of content that I was creating was decreasing because I just wasn't having the time to put out like 3 pieces of content a week. And so I would say over the last 3 months, I've still, even though I've gone to one piece of content a week, and I do want to get back to more. We are continuing to see the growth, and the community is still growing. So, sometimes things might look like they're not on track, and you might not, it might feel like, ooh, I'm just like treading water, but just keep at it, just keep doing it, whatever the thing is. And just be open to maybe tweaking. But honestly, I didn't really tweak anything. I just kept doing it. I just kept showing up on Friday mornings, and I just kept putting out the content that you guys said that you wanted to see. So, Michelle, hey, y'all, so y'all know sometimes when I see somebody in the chat and I just like, oh my God. So somebody else just dropped in the chat. Michelle, whom y'all see that hair? Do y'all see that hair? Michelle was one of our first brand ambassadors, and first customers and to the OG customers who trusted me with your silver crowns, I just always am so incredibly grateful to you. If you go to the Maison 276 website, you will see Michelle. Michelle volunteered to come on QVC with me. So when you go on QVC, and whether you have a beauty, whatever it is you want to showcase, they send you a book of models that have been vetted. And I'm going through these hundreds of women, and yes, they were beautiful. Yes, they were women with silver hair, but nobody was transitioning. And that is a very important thing for women who are considering transitioning to silver. They want to see, they're afraid of that in between process. And I called QVC and I said, look, I appreciate all the models that you have, but there is a particular type of woman that I think is really important to explain how the product works and the full range of women that can use the products. And I said, I have a brand ambassador. She's amazing. She's gorgeous. She lives 2 hours from the studio. Would you please allow me to bring her on air with me? And they were like, oh, we don't normally do that. She's going to have to come in, or we're going to have to. I said, when you see her, when you meet her, you're going to love her. And sure enough, Michelle drove those 2 hours. She drove to the studio, and of course they loved her. And she debuted with me on QVC. And I tell you, I could not be more grateful. She is one of the angels that helped launch this brand. Another person who trusted me with their silver crown, Trey's Going Gray. Trey's Going Gray. If you don't follow her on Instagram, you should. I was the first brand she ever, like, I had to ask her to make her account public to be a brand ambassador. She had like 400 followers, and she reluctantly made her brand public. Now she has this whole new career as a content creator. She's been flown all over the world by these major brands. And so Trey's Going Gray, Tracy Reed in Chicago, I love you too, for trusting me with your amazing silver crown and showing other women that they could trust their crown to Maison 276. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Hey, Marcia, you're part of the 75K. So this morning, we were just celebrating this milestone. I asked 3 important questions that are going to help the next phase of our community's growth. And it was, how did you find us? There's some OGs from QVC, which I am so grateful for. What makes you come back? What do you enjoy? And the overwhelming theme, yes, it's the content, but the overwhelming thread was community. And that is what I wanted. That was my big, audacious goal, and that is still my big audacious goal. Maison 276 is more than a brand, it's more than a product, it's a community. It's a community of women who are reveling in this amazing stage of life and who simply want the products, tools, and resources to be the very best version of themselves right here, right now, and who are just loving the fact that they are aging with strength, with beauty, integrity, and pride. Like, nobody's trying to be 20 right now. We're leaving that to the 20-year-olds. We want to be the very best version of ourselves. So thank you for validating what I knew to be true, and for helping to build this community. And I can't wait to see what the rest of 26 brings. I thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you so much. Thank you, Charlene. God always gives us what we need when we need it. I needed to hear that sometimes when it looks like nothing is moving, but it is. Yep, absolutely. Yep. I have to hear that too. I still. Hey, Cynthia, you found me scrolling on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you for stopping. Like, because scrolling is one thing, stopping is another. So thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you so much. I always say this community exists for y'all. So these celebrations, this milestone, this, y'all did this. So thank you. And then you gave me topics that you want to talk about more of. And all of them were things, most of them were things that we have not discussed. And so thank you for that. I am on it. I am working on it. Let's see. I have always said the community shapes the conversation. So as we wrap up, if you are just joining us, you can be part of Team Replay. All of the Coffee with Angel episodes, all of our coffee chats are uploaded to YouTube. You can watch later. If you are Team Replay, I appreciate you so much. I am so grateful. And also, if you're a Team Replay, you can drop your recommendations, what you love, how you found us, topics you want to talk about. Drop those in, because y'all know I'm always in the DMs. I love chit chatting with you in the DMs, and that's how we stay connected. And that's how I make sure that the platforms, whether it's our coffee chats or the vlogs, that they are what you want. So if you haven't seen my latest New York vlog of me at the Knicks parade with my daughter, me shopping, but I didn't really buy anything, but it was a nice trip to Soho. And then a surprise at the end. Please go and watch that. I've got a summer dress vlog coming up that I'm still editing. And it's basically how does elegant dressing in the summer, because sometimes you want to dress up, but it's just so hot. If you're on the Gulf Coast, you know, if you know, you know. And so these are going to be some tips on how to dress in an elevated way during summer, but still stay cool. And of course, the Bantu knot tutorial is coming up. So watch the vlog, the vlog I posted if you haven't. 2 new vlogs coming up. Thank you so much. My sister said she didn't have to find me. You have been here from the beginning, for sure. Okay, you guys. Excuse me. Thank you so much for joining me on another coffee chat. Thank you guys on Instagram. Thank you for all the recommendations. Tracy, I appreciate. Tracy Golfs. Tracy Golfs. Is that your last name, or do you golf? Because I am really, really, really trying to do the golf thing. I have to find time to take lessons though, because I am so terrible at it. But I want to get better at it. I do. I do want to get better at it. So thank you guys so much. Y'all have an amazing weekend. And I'll see you guys next Friday. I'm actually in town. Oops. Where's our music?
It's all she dares to feel. She's bold, she's beautiful, she's unapologetic, breaking rules magnetic. Ooh, she's beautiful, the world is hers to take, unstoppable queen.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you. Yes, stay hydrated.
She walks in like a thunderstorm, cracks the sky, her own reform. No need for sorry, no need for shame. She's got fire